The governor in North Carolina has decreed afternoon today, 9/11, that the freeways, all of them, will be going one way, and that's out. No inbound. All out. An exodus. Because they see on the satellites a danger. Now, if you don't see a danger in what I have related to you, in the corruption of your judges, in the corruption of your lawyers, in the corruption of your elected leaders, Mitt Romney, who I am going up against in this U.S. Senate race, who is favored to win, when he was the GOP nominee for the Republican Party in 2012, the leader of the Republican Party, he refused to stand up for the most simple and basic principle of our Constitution in Article 2, Section 1, Clause 5, demanding a natural-born citizen in the office of the presidency. If he refused to stand up for the most simple, basic principle, what makes you think that he would stand up for your rights of evidence, for your rights of free speech, for your rights of freedom of religion, for your rights of freedom to assemble, for your rights not to be deposed to church and state in a union that would refuse you your constitutional rights of evidence? What makes you think the day of trouble is not coming for you? And when you say, oh my God, because there's no judge that can help you except for God, how will you want God to respond? Would you like him to be there immediately for the help? Or would you like to see him scratch his beard? Say, you know what? I've been struggling for a little over 10 years now, and you wouldn't hear me. You wouldn't support a candidacy of a man I sent to you. How many races has Cody Judy run in? They call him a frequent candidate and blogger. How many of you read the blog at codyjudy.blogspot.com? How many of you have gone to the YouTube station Cody Judy and looked at the videos? He's been out there. He's got 5,000 Facebook friends. He's got an Instagram account. He's got a Twitter account. You can look at it. You can follow. He's been there. The witness has been there, testifying. And when you say in the day of trouble, oh my God, how do you want God to respond? Will you, in the day of your trouble, be as patient as God has been with you? It's about a choice. It's not about who's on the ballot, who's not on the ballot, because you can write my name in as a choice. Legally, you can write in Cody Judy, U.S. Senate, when you go into the ballot box. And at least that would be your witness and your record for standing up for the Constitution. That'll be a record for you when you stand before God bare, alone, needing the help. And the Lord looks at you and says, do you have a record where you chose the right in the politics that affects every man, woman, and child in your country? That's why I'm running for U.S. Senate. So you have that opportunity. So you have that choice. Yes, I'm out here working my guts off, trying as best I can. I'm going to meet the candidate tonight and holiday at Skyline High School. They will let me speak. They will let me have a little piece of real estate. We'll see what happens. Choose the right. The opportunity is there. I have not just spoken words that were fancy. I've not just wore a fancy suit. I've asked you to look at my lawsuits, at my stand, at my defense for you, at my hand continually outstretched for you. What more could I do? And what have the politicians running against me done in what amounts to the biggest forgery, the biggest lie in American history? It's nothing. It's not small. It's not like the 2002 Olympics, where you come in and you cover up the bribery and you cover up the scandal and you cover up the blackmail and you make a profit in the state of Utah. Mitt Romney did that. It was scandalous what the officials had stooped to get it. And they lowered themselves to the standards of bribery and gifts, promises. But when it came time to take a stand for the U.S. Constitution in the highest office of the land, the office of the president, Mitt Romney refused to do it because Republican Senator John McCain had squeezed the U.S. Senate out of a U.S. Senate resolution. It was non-binding. It didn't change the Constitution. Their attempts to change it failed 9 times since the year 2000. That's modern Congresses. That's the will of the people and their elected officials. But a few elected officials, a few compromised. Those few should not be rewarded. Mitt Romney chose, when he got the GOP nomination, not to challenge Barack Obama in the office of the president's qualifications. Guess what? He lost. He lost to Barack Obama. And now he wants to be your U.S. Senator, Utah. Don't do it. Don't do it. Write in Cody, Judy, a man who has not just spoken with his lips fancy words, but has done, stood up for you in deeds that affected the whole nation and went up to the highest courts in the land. And they are righteous with God, who is our Creator in the Declaration of Independence, who is our Lord in the year of our Lord, signed in the Constitution of the United States of America. I'm Cody Robert Judy. You can write my name in, Cody Judy, for U.S. Senate, Utah. Step up, Utah. I'll talk to you next.